I want you guys to kill that scarcity mindset. Kill that weakness within you, because that scarcity mindset comes from the lack of effort, the lack of discipline, and the lack of work ethic. You can sit here, cry, and complain all you want, but too bad, nobody gives a flying fuck. Nobody's gonna sit here and feel sorry for you. Self-motivation, self-discipline, that is a trait that you cannot teach a man. It's something that cannot be taught. You gotta have that shit within your mind, your heart, and your soul. You don't wake up out of bed and be motivated. You gotta have that shit within yourself. One of the hardest muscles to train. It's not your chest, it's not your shoulders, it's not your gluteus maximus, but the hardest muscle to train is your mind. Because I can go to the gym, do 100 push-ups, 10 bench press, easy. But if you tell me that I have to go home and meal prep, eat salads, eat greens, eat chicken, stay away from carbs, that shit is hard because it tastes nasty. I'd rather have a burger. But I know if I have the courage, the self-discipline, and the self-motivation to sacrifice, I know that I'm going to get the results I want. I know that I'm going to make all kinds of gains. Not only that, but eating healthy is going to give me the energy that I need to be on my grind. That's what it takes. It takes sacrifice. Not a lot of you guys want to sacrifice and put in the work. That's where that scarcity mindset comes from. That's where the feeling of stress and anxiety comes from, because you guys don't want to put in the fucking work. All you guys want to do is cry all day. The abundance is not a fucking person. Being an alpha is not a person, but being an alpha is all within your mindset. Because just because you have big muscles and you walk around like the Terminator and the Hulk, it does not mean you're alpha. Some dude can walk up to that dude and be like, bro, you got some chicken legs. Man, he'll quake in his boots and go hide behind a tree. It gusts the wind and he does the chicken dance. It's all within your mindset. The mindset, the self-discipline, the courage. You gotta have that shit within your heart, and you gotta train it like a goddamn muscle. Because when I wake up every single day, I don't wake up every single day motivated. But I tell myself that if I simply don't get the work done, the next man's gonna get ahead of me. And you better just believe that if I simply don't put the work in, somebody else is going to kick my ass. The world is very competitive, because if you're not hungry for knowledge, if you're not hungry to grow, if you're not hungry to change, you're gonna plateau forever. And do you know what happens to people who plateau? They fail. The world is constantly evolving. Business is constantly evolving. People are evolving. And if you don't evolve yourself, you're gonna fall behind. And you better best believe that it sucks playing catch up. While you're trying to catch up, people are getting ahead of you. This is why self-discipline, self-motivation will separate you amongst men. It will make you men amongst men. Self-discipline, courage, the abundance mindset is going to separate you from the sheep and the wolves. You gotta want that shit. You gotta wake up and figure out ways, how can I get better? How can I grow to be the person that I want to be? Kill that scarcity mindset within you. Kill that bitch within you, fam. Because if you apply the 5 P's, proper prevention prevents poor performance. Because I know that if I go into a business meeting, if I rehearsed all the business books, if I studied all the material, I studied every single aspect of it, I'll go into that business meeting and kill the fuck out of that presentation. You ask me any questions you want, I feel confident. I don't gotta sit there nervous, because I know my shit. The reason why I work so hard, because I know that there's a guy next to me that's going to work hard on me. Because I know that if I don't work hard, I'll not be at the top. Because I want to kick everybody's ass. I want to be the best. I don't want to live my life being mediocre, just gliding through life. I want to take control of my life. Because life is very simple. You have complete control of your own destiny if you simply just grab it, just grasp it and work hard. The reason why I get up every single morning and grind, because I know that if I don't put the work in, I will not put food on the table. I know that if I don't grind, my insurance and my car bills cannot get paid. I'm gonna be living in the streets. That's why I grind. A lot of you guys have it easy. I don't. Whenever you guys want something in life, you gotta have that alpha mindset. You gotta have that abundance mindset to not give a fuck what people think, but to really pursue and go after what you love. Because when I started my YouTube channel, I was getting flagged, people were talking shit, people say I cuss too much, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep doing my style, and if people like it, great. If they don't, I don't care. I don't bow down for nobody. I'm not gonna change myself for another person. I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it raw, and I'm gonna keep it uncut. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, unfollow me. I'm gonna keep being myself. I'm gonna keep doing what I love, and nobody's gonna fucking stop me. I move to the beat of my own drums. And whenever you want to go after something you love in life, you better best believe that there are a million of people trying to do the same thing as you do. So figure out ways to be different. How do you be different? Consistency. Post every single day. That is what's going to make you different, because people post 1 week and they disappear. Just like how I train my clients, they say, oh, I'm going to train for you. I'm going to train hard. I'm going to work hard. They train for a week and fucking disappear. Consistency kills. Because if you're consistent with your work, it's eventually going to show. And if you want to grow your business, and if you want to maximize your fucking purpose, you cannot be in that scarcity mindset. You cannot have no brains and no work ethic. You gotta be hungry for that knowledge. You gotta do research. You gotta find information. How can I make my business better? How can I grow? Because knowledge is power. And if you combine that with work ethic, you'll be fucking unstoppable. Because if you have the intelligence and you have the work ethic, you're gonna feel like the world is yours. You simply have to put the work in. There is no secret formula to life. There's no sense of being. There's no magic spell. I cannot be like, Shazam, you're rich and money fall from the sky. It ain't gonna happen like that. You are in control of your own destiny. And I'm telling you right now, sitting, bitching, and crying is not gonna do nothing. That's what I get from all my Skype sessions. You guys just complain and cry, always have excuses for everything. But excuses, complaining, nobody gives a flying fuck, and it gets you nowhere. You have to take action. Be proactive, not reactive. Because I know that whenever I'm going through some shit, whenever, I'm going through a problem, I'm gonna figure out ways to solve it. Because whenever there's a problem, there's a solution. Self-motivation comes here. It's all here. You gotta have heart. You gotta have the mental strength. You gotta have that alpha and abundance mindset. It's a muscle that you have to train every single day. Because eventually, if you wake up motivated, waking up doing the same thing, eventually it will become a routine. If you have a skill set, figure out ways to monetize it. Like my skill sets, I've always been passionate about business. So I use that passion to monetize things. Guys, there is people who can jump out the gym. But there are certain people who want to play basketball, but they can't jump out the gym. So they work on something else. They work on their shot. They work on their fundamentals. You gotta use your skill sets and figure out ways to make you stand out. Like, if you guys look at Dirk Nowitzki, he was never like the greatest basketball player. He was never athletic. He'd move like a fucking turtle. But what made him great was his work ethic, his shot, and he's 7 feet. He uses his skill sets to his advantage. So if you have a skill set, use it to your advantage. I know that I have a sense of humor. I know that I'm very business minded. So what I do is I use that skill set and combine it. Use all the skills that you have, combine it together, throw it as one, and use it to your advantage. Get out of that scarcity mindset where you stop working because you can't believe you can't do something. You gotta have that mindset that I can achieve all things and I can do all things. Because wherever the mind goes, the body will follow. Because what controls your mind controls your life. If you have complete control over your mind telling, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, eventually the law of attraction is going to tell you that it's going to manifest and it's going to come true. If you simply put the work in every single day, life is like I said this before, and I'm going to keep saying this again. Life is like a big bowl of water. Every single day, you pour in a little water. Some days you can pour in a lot of water. Some days you can pour in a little bit. But eventually, if you keep pouring, the cup is going to fill up. That's how life is. Every single day, you should be hungry for knowledge. Every single day, you should be learning something. Every single day, you should be productive. Every single day, you should figure out, how can I be better than I was yesterday? That's the abundance mindset, because you want more, you're hungry. That's the alpha mindset. The mindset is going to separate you from the sheep amongst wolves. It will separate you from the beta males and the alpha males. Because the average person is gonna wake up, work their 8 to 5, be done. But the guys with the abundance mindset, he works that 8 to 5, he builds his business on the side because he knows that eventually, if he works hard, his dream is going to manifest and he's going to be living the life he wants in 8 or 10 years. In the Bahamas, partying with all the bad bitches. That's facts. That's what, if you guys want girls, man, simply work on your purpose, because if you work on your purpose, success, females are going to see that. And females they just come with your success. That's how it is. That's why I always tell you guys to get on your purpose, get on your purpose, get on your purpose. Let me tell you guys something. Whenever you guys do something, when people tell you you can't do it, and you actually listen to them, you're in that scarcity, in that beta male mindset that just because somebody tells you you can't do something, you give up. That is scarcity and weak-minded and bitch as fuck. Because when you have that discipline, you have that work ethic, you have that abundance mindset, you don't need validation from nobody, because deep down in your heart, you know you can do it. And if people are gonna tell you that you cannot do it, but you gotta use that as motivation. You gotta look at it as, man, they're just adding fuel to the fire. When people tell me I can't do something, I love it. They're actually making me better, because I wanna show them, I'm gonna come back 5 years later and be like, look where I am now. And you just sitting there talking shit. Because talking shit is easy. Doing is hard. That's facts. So this is why your mindset has to change. Kill that scarcity mindset. Kill that beta. Kill that bitch in you, fam. Let's get better together. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Kill that fucking scarcity mindset. I'm not with that bitch shit over here.